As a nutritionist and functional medicine practitioner, I spend a lot of time thinking about digestion because digestion is the beginning and the end of everything. Digestive issues, they're a common complaint. Oh, hold on, let me screen share. There we go. Okay, got it. So digestive issues are a common complaint, but just because so many people suffer from these issues does not make it normal. In fact, a breakdown in your digestive function is at the root of so many health issues. So I'm going to share my pro tips with you today on how to improve your digestion naturally. And you owe it to yourself to make sure that your digestion works for you, not against you. When it comes to digestion and your health, your digestion needs to proper functionally, or everything else is affected. So you really need a healthy gut to be able to break down and digest all of your food. If there's a breakdown anywhere in the digestive system, from the mouth where you spend time chewing your food to the small intestine where you break down and absorb your nutrients, digestion can be compromised, leading to so many health issues, either now or down the road. And on the flip side, if you can improve your digestion, you can drastically improve your health. The relationship between what you eat and how you process it and how your body absorbs it ultimately affects everything and how you feel. So 70% of Americans either are or will suffer from digestive dysfunction. 70%, 7 out of 10 people. That is a huge number. And I believe that statistic to be true because my practice is made up of people that have digestive issues. So even if you don't have the typical symptoms of poor digestion, gas, bloating, constipation, you can still have dysfunction in your digestive system. Those are just some of the more outward signs. There'll be other symptoms, and testing usually helps uncover those. Fatigue, brain fog, skin issues, cravings, these are all symptoms of poor digestion. These also can signal a breakdown in your digestive tract even before you realize that there's a problem. Digestion is at the root of all functions in our body. So your gut is your body's second brain. And when you begin to understand how everything's interconnected, then you will understand how your digestion is either working for you or against you. And you'll want to do everything you can to get your digestion in tip-top shape. So what can you do to start today to keep this all-important system in shape for you? Well, I have 10 tips for you that you can implement today and at home. Here is number 1. It is chew your food. Chew your food well. The first place for digestion to start is in the mouth. It's with our saliva. We want to chew our food to the point that we have liquefied our food. Our saliva is needed for that first stage of breaking down the food. And remember that our stomach does not have teeth, so we must start digestion in the mouth. To properly digest our food, we need to do a lot of work in the mouth. And when we eat on the run or we gulp down our food, our digestion gets compromised. So slow down, savor your food, and chew it well. Here is tip number 2, boost your stomach acid. This is an area of misconception because for most people, they think if they have heartburn, gas, bloating, they think they have too much stomach acid. But in fact, they have too little stomach acid. And when one thinks they have too much stomach acid, what do? Well, they run out and they buy some antacids, and that's actually reducing your stomach acid even further, suppressing your digestion even further. So proper stomach acid levels really are critical for the breakdown of proteins, really everything, but proteins in particular. We have to have enough stomach acid to break down our proteins. So if you eat protein and you feel like very heavy, it's just sitting there in your stomach, then you are not digesting your proteins well. You need more stomach acid. Stomach acid also destroys pathogenic bacteria and parasites that lead to illness. So here's something you can do to boost your stomach acid naturally at home. Have fresh lemon juice, either freshly squeezed from a lemon or organic lemon juice from a jar, not a plastic lemon, but an actual jar, because that is real lemon juice. Add fresh lemon juice to your water first thing in the morning and prior to your meals. And also raw apple cider vinegar works very well in aiding in digestion. Have a little bit in water prior to your meals, and that will really help kickstart digestion. Tip number 3 is drink more water, but not with your meal. water is to be drank between your meals. It's an important element for your health in general, but also digestion in particular. However, if you drink too much water with your meals, you're going to dilute your stomach acid and your digestive enzymes, and that's going to interfere with the breakdown of your food. So drink your water between your meals. Tip number 4, add probiotics. Our gut is teeming with bacteria. We have the good, the bad, the ugly, and we need it all in the right balance. And really what we need are more good guys than bad guys. So we need good, friendly bacteria in our gut to improve digestion, to improve assimilation. And when we do, this reduces chronic inflammation. It also helps heal leaky gut, among other things. So you can get more good bugs by eating fermented foods or by taking, maybe I'll say or taking a probiotic. Taking a probiotic generally is a good idea, but let me caution you against finding the probiotic that has the biggest number on the front, 50 billion, 100 billion, 100 billion. Don't buy that probiotic because it's too much. If that's in fact really what's in there, we don't even know that, but let's just say it really has that much probiotic in it, you're going to overgrow the good stuff. It's too much of the good stuff. So really you want to get the ideal probiotic for what you need. And then moving on to tip number 5, this is going to be reduce or eliminate processed foods. So processed foods are hugely challenging for the digestive system. It's a good thing to keep in mind that if you don't recognize an ingredient on the label, your body won't either. So if it's not food, don't eat it. Processed foods are full of anti-nutrients and also what I call chemicals disguised as food. And what these do is they deplete your body of its own nutrients, and it has to work way too hard to digest these processed foods. There are some healthy versions that would be exclusions to this, but we're talking about mainstream processed foods. So you want to spend more time focusing on your whole foods as much as possible because it requires less energy to digest and you're actually adding to your nutrients instead of detracting from them. All right, tip number 6 is exercise. So exercise is good for just about everything, and it's also good for digestion. It takes healthy muscle tone in the gut and all around the abdomen to get the food to move through the digestive tract. So increasing exercise helps to improve digestion, even if you don't change what you eat. And walking in particular is very good to improve digestion. Tip number 7, don't eat too much. Overeating is very taxing on the digestive system. It requires the body to expend a lot of energy and adds stress to the system and forces the body to use too many nutrients at once. And you won't produce enough digestive enzymes to eat this amount of food that you overate. And that food is going to ferment in your gut. And then you're going to have gas and bloating, and you're going to overgrow unhealthy things in your gut. So slow down and eat until you feel 3/4 full and then stop. Okay, tip number 8, practice gratitude. Well, that's surprising. What does gratitude have to do with digestion? Well, actually, this is where digestion starts in the brain. Digestion starts in the brain even before we get to the mouth. So this is where gratitude comes in. If you take a few moments before you eat to pause and reflect, either with blessings, gratitude, a few deep breaths, you are activating the brain's signals to produce saliva and release that saliva and get ready for digestion. So practicing gratitude also calms the parasympathetic nervous system. This allows you to relieve stress, which is another problem area for the digestive system. When we're under stress, we are shutting down our digestion. So we want to be relaxed and then we'll have better digestion. And then here's my tip number 9. It's eat more fiber. So fiber helps your colon speed up transit time, moving the toxins out. It acts like a broom and a sponge at the same time, just moving those toxins on out. And the more fiber we eat, then we are able to help move out the bad bacteria and the toxins from the colon. So make sure that you get enough soluble fiber, and that would be in the form of beans, lentils, peas, fruits, and veggies. And this kind of fiber absorbs to toxins and unneeded cholesterol. And then our soluble fiber, like nuts, seeds, whole grains, fruit skins, veggies, green veggies in particular, this speeds up elimination, speeds up the bowel movement. We need to have at least one bowel movement every 24 hours or we are constipated. We can have more, but not too many. We want the Goldilocks effect, not too little, not too much, just right. So get more fiber in your diet. And then my tip number 10 is add digestive enzymes. Our body does naturally produce digestive enzymes, but as we age or if we have compromised health, we could be producing less digestive enzymes than what we actually need to digest our food. And what it comes down to is we are as healthy as what we assimilate. So it's really important that we have enough digestive enzymes on board. We don't always know whether we need the digestive enzyme or not, but there is testing available to find out if we do. And we have proprietary blends of digestive enzymes and probiotics that are available in our online store. And Haley will post a link for that. Natural sources of digestive enzymes are going to come from raw and fermented foods. That's very helpful. And also our raw veggies help aid in digestion. Now, this is for someone who has good digestive power. If you have compromised digestion, then you're probably going to need all of your food cooked until your digestion improves, and then you can start adding back in some of the raw veggies. All right, so those are my tips that I have for you today. And if you feel like you need some more in-depth help with your symptoms, then feel free to reach out to our office. You can schedule a free discovery call using our online calendar. You can call the clinic directly. You can also email in. So all of those work. And that's what I have for you today. And I'll see you next week.